Good morning everybody. So today I'll be filming my get ready with me routine in the morning. As you can see, I look dead, and in about half an hour this face should look alive. Alright, let's get started. So my first couple of steps with any makeup look I'm doing is always the same. I use my hydrating serum and my light emulsion moisturiser by Simply Pure. I use these two at the start of every foundation, every makeup look that I do. So let's start with the serum, and I use about that much. And straight after that I go in with the moisturiser, and this has SPF 15. Oh. I also think I'm coming down with a cold, so that's great, isn't it? Alright, so that has made me look slightly better, less grey. Okay, so after that I move on to eyebrows. I like to do my eyebrows first, and I'll be using the Makeup Revolution brow pencil, and this is in the colour dark brown. So I'm just going to comb through my hairs. And as I said in my last video, my eyebrows are like distant relatives rather than sisters. They are related by blood, just very distant. So I first start by tracing out the lower line, just so I can get an idea of where it is. So that's just where I start. I then connect the ends. And then I fill them in. I then go in with concealer, and the concealer I like to use on my eyebrows is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in the colour Toffee. I'm then going to carve them out. And once I've carved out my shape and I'm happy with it, as I said, they are distant relatives, they are not twins, they are not even sisters. But I've come to peace with that. Beauty sponge. And blend it out. And then I didn't really go back and forth until I'm happy. This eyebrow sits lower on my face, so I normally have to make that arch a little bit higher to match that one. Sometimes if I feel like I've gone too high with the arch, I can just like rub it out. There we go. Alright, that's my eyebrows done. Next I move on to eyes, and you would think I would have a look planned out, but I don't plan my looks, I just do them. Tammi's palette. Right, I'm going to go in with Mass, which is this purple. Does kick back in the pan, but it does not bother me at all. So I'm just gonna blend that out with a clean brush. Right, then I'm going to go in with the dark purple, or the darker purple. Yeah, it's actually dark purple. And I'm just going to use that, and this is Girlies. Concentrate that. Blend that out. I'm then going to go in with Navy, and this is Navy. It's really just to darken what you would use a black for, but I don't want black. Brush just to place. Like really stand out, then I probably would have put this colour on first onto the wet base, but I'm not looking for this blue to stand out. I just literally want it to darken the outer V. So most of it, I'm going to lose most of the colour, which is fine. I just want the darkness of it. I just so used the wrong brush, but it's alright. I'm then going to go in with the pink, which is called Pink Panther, and I'm just going to use that on the brush that I was using to blend out, just to run through the top. Just to help blend out that top line. Right, I've just brought you in closer just so I can show you what I'm doing. So I'm using the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas in the colour Halo, which is the pure white one, and I'm just putting some of that on the back of my hand, and a flat concealer brush, which I like to like pinch together to get it as flat as possible, and then I'm dipping that into the Cut Crease Canvas. I'm just going to place that on my eye, and I'm going to look up, and the line that it creates, everyone knows this trick, is where I'm going to go to. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go no higher than that line. Bring that in by literally stamping. I've seen some people just go and they're done. I can't do that. I don't feel comfortable doing it that way. I like the stamping motion. Go right into the corner. Turn the brush over when there's hardly any product and use it to just to blur that line slightly. It's just easier to blend. Right, so that's one done. This next step isn't necessary, but I like to take another concealer brush with nothing on it and just pat on top, just to blend out and to make sure there's no patches. I'm going to take Girlies, which is the purple, and we're going to stamp that. Now the colour is slightly off because I've got navy on the same brush. When I say slightly off, I mean slightly off compared to what's the pen, because I've already got the navy on my brush. But I didn't wipe it off on purpose because I still want that darkness there. I'm actually going to go into that. There's a lot kickback into that navy. Just change this into a dark purple as opposed to a light one. So on the actual lid, I'm going to stick with the purple, and I'm going to use this colour here, which is called Destiny. I'm going to use it on my hand. No, I'm not, sorry. Pack a brush. But it's also a bit fluffy. So I'm going to dip that into Destiny. Just swirl it around. I like to get a bit of colour. Destiny is a really pretty colour. I'm actually surprised I haven't got more fallout compared to what the kickback's like. But as you can probably see, I haven't gone all the way in. There's a reason for that. I'm going to go on to the other eye. I've basically done this in real time, so that's how long I let my base dry. I don't like to go in when the base is still wet. I just want a little something for it to stick to, but it doesn't need to be soaking wet to be able to do that. I keep dropping that palette. I'm going to break it. I think I want to break it subconsciously because I keep dropping the thing. One day it's going to break, or one day it's going to drop and it's going to break. These little cloths from Primark, I think they are amazing in this packet. I'm not picking it up. It comes in that packet. It's just, and these cloth. I have 3 of them. I have one that's completely unused. I have one that's washed, and then I have a dirty one which I won't show you. But I just use it to clean my brush off in between colours. I'm gonna just dip back into navy. Just blend those 2 colours together, and then right in the inner corner, the bit that I left blank. I'm going to go into Soaker. And just pop that right in there. I don't know if you can see, but I'm pressing. Like I tap rather than rub. This isn't about blending. This is about packing colour onto an area. Press the colour into my brush, and I'm now pressing into that inner corner. Alright, so I'm just going to get a wet wipe. Just to wipe off any eyeshadow that's fallen down. The reason I do that is because I find that it mixes with my foundation and it makes my under eye a dark and an odd colour. So I've been testing out this primer. It is the Prep and Perfect Glow Illuminizing Skin Primer from Primark. It was £3. It looks like this. They've also got a matte version which is matte. It's oil-free mattifying skin primer which looks like this. I haven't used this one yet, and that's because the foundation I use, I'm loving at the moment, is my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and it is matte AF. Right, and it has a little applicator. Yeah. I'm liking it, and it is illuminated. It is illuminated. It is illuminating. It's, see that on the skin? It just looks shiny. Next is foundation. Welcome back. So I've done my face off camera. I'm going to conceal now, and to conceal I'm going to be using my ELF foundations, the 16 Camo Concealer, and I've got the colour Deep Chestnut and Deep Cinnamon. I do like to use both, so deep chestnut, deep chestnut is like my main colour. I like the undertone, I like it's a bit orangey, a bit peachy. And then on top of that, I threw a little bit of brightening because it's got a bit more yellow in it. Just go over the top with chestnut, and then we're gonna blend this straight in. I need a mirror. So this concealer dries very quickly. And this foundation is matte. Covers all my dark circles. I then bring down the excess that was left on my sponge, down my chin and around my face, around my mouth, that's what I'd say. I'm going to do a bit of contouring, so I use my L'Oreal Infallible Stick Foundation. This is in the colour 240 Espresso. Forehead. Primark Stick Foundation in the colour Rich Espresso. I can't do it. I was going to do it, I can't. And then I use this. How straight is that? And I'm being sarcastic. Like, what was I thinking? But anyway. For my contour, I use this Lily England C1 brush. It's like a densely packed sculpting brush. And I sock my cheeks in, and first of all I pat, just to break down the product so it's easier to blend. Go up into my temple and into my forehead. Do the same on the other to help to break down the product. To the temple, up into the forehead. Blend it out. I like to use circular motions going backwards. And then I'm going to move on to another brush, which is a flat foundation brush. Use this to blend in, out and up. I like to use a fluffy angled brush. Blend this in.
My nose really well. Just mix it. It just warms up and it's easy to blend. And that shadow.
Just wiping most of it off. Down the bridge. I like to blend out my contour with my giant bronzer by Sunkissed, which looks like this. Swirl my brush around the entire thing, tap off the excess. I'm going to use this. In the next clip, I seem to start whispering, but I'm not quite sure why. Basically, I'm just saying that I take the powder down to my cheek and then around my mouth. And I like it because it's got a flat edge and I can be really precise. So now my concealer, I'm actually going to rub it in on my finger. NYX Stay Matte but not flat powder foundation in the colour Cocoa, and I'm just going to use this to blend out the powder. So buff away. I think it was this that made me orange. I actually used this yesterday and I felt throughout the day that I looked a bit orange. I don't know if it's this actually. I'm going to actually keep that just to the bottom section of my face. Yeah, I'm actually going to just keep this to the bottom. I'm going to use this, which is the Real Techniques 103 brush. Just to brush away the initial bake. I'm going to do my lashes off camera and I'll see you in a bit.